All right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to say call Halalyam Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rakah Quitash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who taught me this truth and who rule well in this truth. Shalom to the 144,000 and the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel that is scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Peace and mercy unto you, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You are the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of. You are the true chosen people of the book. All right, so what I have here today is this article, man. All right, and it reads, France orders citizens to stockpile food. World War III is coming this year. All right. So you got people thinking that World War III is coming this year, or telling you that World War III is coming this year. All right. And it just might be this year those nuclear missiles fly. All right. The way things are looking, it just might be this year, man, that those nuclear missiles fly, bro. Because the Lord makes things how he makes things happen, how Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai makes things happen how he wants it to make it happen, man. You know? And it can be this year where the Lord, you know, puts it in the minds of the kings to hit that red button, man. All right, but we know that the mark of the beast, all right, the RFID, all right, the digital chocolate C-hip that the elites want to implant in under your skin has to come first, man. All right. But, you know, the Lord can make things move as fast as he wants them to move, as slow as he wants them to move. You know, this year just might be that year. And this is what the true prophets and the true servants of the Lord have been prophesying, man, for years and years and years and years and years, man. We've been prophesying that the downfall and the destruction of America. We've been prophesying World War III, letting you know that World War III is coming. Because World War III is biblical prophecy. World War III is all throughout the Bible, man. All right. And this is what the true prophets and the true servants have been prophesying. We've been telling you. All right. I say we, as in, you know, humbly. All right. Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Ratazah. I am of that elect. I am of the number. All right. You know, we've been telling y'all, man. All right. That World War III is popping off, man. And some of y'all took heed and some of y'all still not taking heed. That's why you're still trying to become rappers, making something of yourselves here in America, trying to follow your dreams and your goals. You people have no idea what's happening and what's going on, man. All right, but let's read this, man. All right, it says, France orders citizens to stockpile food. You see, the true prophets and the true men of the Lord, they don't have to stockpile food. Because we know that Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai got us, man. All right, through thick and thin, man. All right, what does Isaiah 65 say? All right, for ye shall hunger, but my servant shall eat. Because when this famine pops off, when all this hell and misery and anguish and mourning and sorrow and pain comes upon the face of America, the true prophets and the true servants of the Lord, they're going to be good. While everyone is starving, all right, the true men of the Lord are going to be eating, and they're going to be laughing too. They're going to be laughing because we told y'all so. We told y'all so, but you ain't want to take heed. Shoot, the Lord is going to, the Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai is going to laugh at you, man. All right. The scriptures say, I shall laugh at your calamity, man. All right. But anyway, let's read this article, man. All right. Enough ranting. All right. It says France orders citizens to stockpile food. World War III is coming this year. And again, we've been prophesying this. We've been telling y'all, all right. And this article is March 20th, 2025. All right, it says France's government has issued an emergency directive ordering citizens to hoard food and brace for World War III by year's end. Woo! He said by year's end, man. This year just might be that year, bro. The way things are moving and you know, if you see all the things that are happening on this earth, all right, prophecy is moving, bro. Prophecy is moving. All right. France's government has issued an emergency directive ordering citizens to hoard food. We ain't got to hoard food, man. All right. And excuse me for all that noise in the background because I'm outside right now. All right. You got people riding their dirt bikes and all that. All right, but anyway, it says France's government has issued an emergency directive ordering citizens to hoard food and brace for World War III. So matter of fact, let's get that in the scriptures. All right. See, the Lord's men is going to be good, man. We ain't got to hoard nothing, man. All right. Our faith is in Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, man. All right. So let's get it. I think it's Isaiah 65. Yeah, right here. I'll just get to the point. No, you know what? I'll start at verse 11. This is Isaiah 65 and 11. But ye are they that forsake Yahweh. All right. Let me read that again. It says, but ye are they that forsake Yahweh, that forget my holy mountain, that prepare a table for that troop, and that furnish the drink offering unto that number. Therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter. That's right. Because when all this hell and death and anguish, all right, breaks loose out here in America, you 2/3, y'all all are going to bow down to the slaughter, man. When all this destruction comes upon the face of America, y'all going to be destroyed, man. All right, the Lord has redeemed you and kept you for the slaughter, man. All right. It says, therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter. Because when I called, ye did not answer. Yeah, and the Lord calls through his men. All right. When you see the true prophets and the true servants of the Lord out on the highways and hedges, the Israelites that are on the streets teaching, all right, first and foremost, the Israelites of Great Millstone and the ones that teach in like manner, all right, when you see them out there on the highways and hedges preaching and teaching, that's the Lord calling, but you just walk past, man. You walk past, you wanted to mock and scorn, all right, you guys are crazy, you look like fools out here. No MOTB is coming, no digital chocolate C-hip is coming. America's not going to be destroyed. Nuclear missiles are not going to fly. That's all that you're saying. All right, but indeed, nuclear missiles are going to fly. Indeed, America is falling and is going to be destroyed off the face of this earth by thermonuclear destruction in this third world war. And yes, great hell and famine and death and hunger and pain and misery and sorrow and anguish and suffering is coming upon the face of America, man. All throughout this earth, but the great suffering, the great damage, the great destruction is going to be here in America. All right. Therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter. All right, because when I called, ye did not answer. When I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before my eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. Yeah, you chose all the ways that the Lord did not delight in, man. You wanted to come against this word, this truth. All right, you wanted to come against the true prophets of the Lord, man, the Lord's word. All right, verse 13, therefore thus saith the Lord God, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. That's right. So when this famine pops off, the men of the Lord, they're going to be good. They don't need to hoard nothing, man. All right, because we know that the Lord got us. All right, we don't need to carry arms. You know, we don't need to carry carnal weapons or nothing, man. Because the men of the Lord, they gonna gain spiritual powers in that day, man. All right. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Yeah, so everyone else outside of the elect, outside of the 144,000 and the great multitude that follows behind the 144, all right, all y'all, you 2/3 are going to be destroyed, while the men of the Lord, they going to be good. They going to be laughing. The elect are going to be laughing and praising the Lord because they going to be eating good while everyone else is starving, committing cannibalism. All right, because when that famine hits, all right, like the scriptures say, all right, a man shall eat the flesh of his own son and the flesh of his own daughter. All right, you find that in the that's written in the Leviticus, if I'm not mistaken. Leviticus and also the book of Baruch. All right. Verse 14, behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart. Yeah, because when this famine hits, when all this hell and death and misery and pain comes upon the face of America, you, like it says right here, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart. All right. But it says at the beginning, behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, because they're going to be protected in that last day. All right. Like the scriptures say in Jeremiah 30:7. All right. But he shall be saved out of it. Talking about the elect of the nation of Israel, the elect of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and also you Israelites that are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth in these other nations looking like these other nations. All right. So let's go back to this article. All right. It says France's government has issued an emergency directive ordering citizens to hoard food and brace for World War III by year's end. Like I said, this year just might be that year. All right. According to the Lord's will, however the Lord wants to do it. All right. This year just might be that year. All right. See, the whole world. See, a lot of people can see that World War III is coming. All right. But there's gross darkness on a lot of the people of this world, the masses of the world, that still have no idea what is happening and what is going on, man. That's the gross darkness that Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai has upon the people of this earth. Isaiah 60. All right. That's the very gross darkness, the great gross darkness that this earth is under. A great veil is on the people of this earth. Only the true prophets and the true servants of the Lord know what's happening. Like, exactly know what's happening. Like, you got people who got their eyes open a little bit. They might know a little something, something. All right, but the true prophets and the true servants of the Lord, all right, the 144,000 and the great multitude that follows behind the 144,000, they know what's going on, man. We know what's going on for real, for real. We know why things are the way they are. We know what was getting ready to happen. We know why things are happening, you know. We got the answers, man. All right. It says France's government has issued an emergency directive ordering citizens to hoard food and brace for World War III. And again, this is what the true prophets and the true servants, we've been telling you that. We've been warning you of World War III. The Lord said, give them warning from me. Isaiah the 3rd chapter. The Lord said, give them warning from me. And this is what the true prophets and the true servants of the Lord, all right, been warning you of, man. World War III, we've been telling you, all right, for years and years and years and years and years and years. I could keep going. All right, since the Lord rose up Abba Bivens, man. All right, we've been telling you that America is going to be destroyed and wiped off the face of this earth by thermonuclear destruction and World War III. That's biblical prophecy. That is all throughout the Bible, man. All right. It says, as outlined in a stark 20-page survival guide packed with tips for facing terror attacks, pandemics, cyber threats, and even nuclear fallout. All right. And I didn't even read this article yet. It's just the title is what intrigued me, man. All right. So let's keep reading. It says, meanwhile, the U.S. has spent over a decade sneering at preppers, branding them terrorists and selfish hoarders. Ironic now that France is sounding the alarm. And the true alarm is the scriptures, man. All right. The true alarm is the scriptures. All right. The true prophets of the Lord been sounding that alarm. All right. The alarm, this song, the alarm, this trumpet is the holy scriptures, man. The Bible, man. That's the real alarm. All right. We've been warning y'all. We've been sitting on that watchtower. All right. And Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Ratazah, I am of the elect. I am one of the Lord's true chosen men. True chosen prophets, man. All right. Meanwhile, the U.S. has spent over a decade sneering at preppers, branding them terrorists and selfish hoarders. Ironic now that France is sounding the alarm. Back in 2012, a National Guard whistleblower warned that doomsday preppers will be treated as terrorists, while one prepper found himself marooned in Hawaii after landing on a no-fly list that same year. All right. The survival manual aims all right, to encourage citizens to develop their resilience in the face of different crises. You see, the true survival manual is the scriptures, man. The scriptures say, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. The wisdom and knowledge of what? The wisdom and knowledge of these scriptures, all right? Because when all hell breaks loose, all right, what's going to give us a stable mind, a calm mind, is the scriptures, the holy scriptures, the Bible, man. That's going to be our stability in these last days, all right? The scriptures, all right? Matter of fact, let's get that, all right? Let me bring that out. Let's get that real quick. Stability of thy times. Let's grab that. Let's grab that real quick. Stability. Oh, I spelled it wrong. All right. All right. Isaiah 33:6. It says, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability and strength of salvation. All right, let me read that again. My bad. It says Isaiah 33:6, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of Yahweh is his treasure. So that's right, man. All right, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. All right, this is what's going to keep us stable, the wisdom and knowledge of the Holy Scriptures, man, in these last days when all hell breaks loose out here. All right, the famine, the scriptures. All right, let's also get Psalms 91. All right, let's grab that real quick. All right, Psalms 91 and yeah, I think it's 91. All right, 91 right here, 91 and 9. All right, Psalms 91:9, because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High thy habitation, there shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. Yeah, so we're going to be good, all right? This wisdom and knowledge, all right, because we have made this wisdom and knowledge our habitation, which is the scriptures, all right? The holy scriptures, the Bible, this word, all right? This is also going to be our stability in night times, man, all right? The Lord is going to be our refuge, our hiding place, all right, in these last days. We're going to be shielded, all right? Because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High thy habitation, which is this word. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. So we're going to be good in these last days, Lord willing. Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Ratazah. All right? For he shall give his angels charge over thee, to keep thee in all thy ways. Woo! All right? So we're going to be good in these last days. So let's get back to this article. All right, it says the survival manual, which is the true survival manual, again, is these scriptures. All right, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, which is this word. The survival manual aims to encourage citizens, all right, to develop their resilience in the face of different crises, because that's what's coming. All right, many types of crises is coming. That's for real. All right, when you read 2nd Esdras, all right, the 15th chapter and the 16th chapter, the great hell and death and mourning and suffering and pain and misery and famine and hunger and sorrow, all right, that Ezra seen in the vision, all right, because Ezra had some of the greatest visions. He had visions that no other prophets have seen, all right. The stuff that Ezra seen, man, all right, read 2nd Esdras 15 and 16, man. Those are some of the most wildest scriptures, man, in the scriptures, man. When you read all about all the hell and death and suffering and pain that's coming, man. All right. It says it is likely that the push of radicalized French citizens as preppers has to do with French President Emmanuel Macron's, all right, recently nuclear weapon fetishization speech, all right. It says the French government is publicly preparing their citizens for nuclear war with Russia. That's right, man. You see, prophecy is taking place. Everything is all coming together, man. All right, everybody, all right, is gathering themselves for Russia, because Russia plays a great major part in biblical prophecy. Russia is going to play a major part in this third world war. Ezekiel the 38th chapter, all right, Second Ezra the 15th chapter, all right, Isaiah the 13th chapter. You know, Russia going to be the main ones to destroy America in this third world war. All right, Iran, all right, Iran, Russia, all right, Libya, you know, Ethiopia, North Korea, China, you know, even America's allies are going to turn against America. It tells you that in Revelation the 17th chapter, that the 10 horns shall hate the whore and burn her with flesh. Right, the 10 horns is talking about America's allies, the EU. All right, the 10 horns of the beast, right, which is the EU. All right, and it says they shall hate the whore, which is America, and shall burn her with flesh. That's going to happen when they hit this place with nuclear fire. All right, this is what's getting ready to come. All right, it says if the prime minister approves the 20 pages of prepper paraphernalia, it will be unleashed on every household in France before summer and will direct citizens to be in possession of a so-called survival kit. All right, the literature promotes the supposedly terroristic practices of possessing emergency supplies, including 6 liters of water, a dozen cans of food, a flashlight, and batteries in case the power grid goes down. It even alleges preppers. It says it even alleges preppers should be in possession of basic medical supplies. All right. The booklet also recommends. All right. Our booklet is the Holy Scriptures, man. The Bible, man. All right. It says but they got a carnal booklet. All right, we got a spiritual booklet, which is the word, man, the Holy Scriptures, the Bible. The booklet also recommends that the French preppers should have first responder emergency contacts at hand, no relevant radio channels, and even directs people to keep all windows and doors shut in case of a nuclear accident. All right, and no nuclear accident is going to happen. It's going to be a nuclear on purpose. All right, because those nuclear missiles are going to fly according to prophecy. Whether you see, the prophecy is already written, man. It doesn't matter if you like it or not, believe it or not. All right, the prophecy is already written, man. All right, so it says let's keep reading. And then they got a picture of the survival kit. It says while the booklet would be available when the grid goes down, all right, a French government website that went live in 2022 provided the internet connected preppers advice on how to be ready for emergencies. All right, Sweden and Finland have issued similar prepper paraphernalia in the past in attempts to have their citizens ready for disasters, and controversial practice as prepared citizens may be less reliant on government for their every need. All right, and that's the article. All right, you can read the article on yourself, for yourself. All right, and if any of you brothers in this truth, this ministry, all right, sees this video, you can also, you know, do a video, man. All right, bring some scriptures out, man. All right, that's basically it. You can read the rest of the article. All right, so it just might be this year, bro. It just might be this year that those nuclear missiles are going to fly. All right, so the elect of you Negroes, you Latinos, you Native Americans, the elect of you Israelites that are scattered throughout the 4 corners of the earth, listen and take heed, okay? Because great destruction is coming. Return to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, before all of this misery and pain and suffering and thermonuclear destruction swallows this earth, man. All right. I think it's in the book of Sirach, the 5th chapter, the 7th verse. It says, put not off the Lord from day to day. All right. Meaning don't, you know, when today, don't be like, you know, oh, I'm gonna serve the Lord tomorrow. I'll come back to the Lord tomorrow. And then when tomorrow comes, you say the same thing. Oh, I'll come back to the Lord the next day. And when the next day comes, you just keep saying it, man. Don't put off the Lord from day to day. All right. You got to seek the Lord now while that door is open. And that door right now is slightly open. It's a little cracked, man. All right. As long as you see the Israelites, the true prophets and the true servants of the Lord out here on the highways and hedges, first and foremost, the Israelites of Great Millstone and the ones that teach in like manner. All right. That's the Lord's hand that's still being put out there, man. His mercy, man. As long as you see the prophets and these videos going up, that's the Lord's mercy, man. Come back to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right. All right. So that's the video, man. All right. So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. All right. Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai Rat Tazad, this lesson was edifying. All right. I want to say, you know, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. All right. Who taught me this truth and who rule well in this truth. All right, shalom to the 144,000 and the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel that is scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Peace and mercy unto you, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You are the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of. You are the true chosen people of the book. All right, so with that being said, until the next one, shalom.